Hi, everyone. Welcome. And we are live today on Wednesday. I seem to like coming on live on Wednesdays. I don't know why. Um, and we are live. But yeah, so let me just turn off all these mics. So, how's everyone doing? And anybody who wants to type up their comments, you're free to do so. I'm learning all this technology right in front of me, and I am streaming via StreamYard that I'm using as an app so that I can go simultaneous between two YouTube accounts or two Facebook accounts and one YouTube. And so that I can reach as much as many audience as I can. And feel free to do so to comment and if you want to participate to our discussion. And so, what I wanted to share today is about hustle. Okay, so many of us like to do hustle. And what are those hustles? Those hustles are just kind of like maybe selling something on the side while you're working part time, or maybe you're what do you call this? A developer. Maybe you like doing apps. Maybe um, you know you like to meet people for networking. For you're a computer. You have a computer gig going on. Or you want to do Tupperware or whatsoever, or makeup, Mary Kay. Those are side hustles. Avon, those are side hustles as well. So, and a lot of people, they do side hustles because um, they they feel like they enjoy doing it. Number one. Number two is for money. you know um, when we were growing up, I don't know if your parents told you that life is going to be hard, life is going to be tough, but what they want is to finish school first. And they never say anything about, oh, after school you don't have enough money. No parents say that, right? So a lot of people would say, a lot of parents would say, finish school, and after that, figure out what you wanted to do. Or in our understanding, when we finish school, everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to fall in its place, and life is going to be perfect. Everything is going to be like a fairy tale could be. Or you're going to marry someone in any particular order. But not everything happens the way we were told. Because everybody is we have our own lives. We move, we meet other friends, we meet our parents stay in one place, or could move to a different location or a different country. There's so many variables to our lives. And not all not everyone, or not all of us are meant to live in one kind of story. Everyone has a story to tell. So me growing up, personally, I like hustle, but I didn't know that's what you call hustle. So when I was in university back in Manila, I always find myself, I am always needing money. I have friends who wants to go out. I want to be able to enjoy or have time with them, or wanted to buy extra stuff for myself, or for my family, birthday coming up. So what I did was, I learned how to sew. So I started sewing, um, and I made those quilted bags with matching wallets and scrunchie for the hair. So I would sell that to a lot of my friends in school. So I have extra cash. So, but during that time, it's not a hustle. It's kind of like, you're struggling for money, and you wanted to find a solution to your growing problem, I guess. And yeah, so the more we live, the more we need something. And that's kind of like the fact of a matter. When we try to we when we meet friends, we meet other people, and we have wants, right? That is kind of like a biological need that we are, we needed to go out. We need to buy stuff, and we see something that we wanted to be able to buy something nice for ourselves and for the people that we love. So we work for it. But until then, um, you need to finish school, and that's what we were told, right? So, and after that, I could not remember, but I went to Canada, and the only thing I can do that time is not a lot, because I went to this program called, my great aunt helped me to come to Canada and to become a live-in caregiver. So back in the 90s, live-in caregiver can't do nothing. They can only work for the same employer. They could not attend post-secondary or to continue school, but you can attend like mini courses during nights. Night schools are we are allowed, but we also can't do side hustles you know, uh, like work for other people as a part-time or part-time job. So we call it, back in the day, we call it under the table. If you're planning to work with someone that is that they're gonna pay you cash. So I did that for a while so I can have extra money. And until then, I still didn't know that that's called a hustle. And then I when I started my family, then it came to me that I really needed something. So at that time, I was already an immigrant and a citizen in Canada. So I did was okay. I was an eBay seller. I was a five-star eBay seller. I started selling stuff that we don't need anymore, because back in the day, eBay was big, right? That was kind of like boom, and then PayPal and stuff like that. So um, my kids were still little at that time. So my customers are the same mothers like me. So I was able to engage with same parents like me, that we have small children, because we they would sell something that I would buy something that I don't have. So let's say I would buy those baby bumpers for $2. Those were the amount of money. Those are the prices before. Baby bumpers coming from the States, I would pay like $5 for shipping. And then the cost of the baby bumper for the crib is $2. How great is that? And then sometimes parents would sell outgrown clothing, and they would sell it for $1 each, or they could even sell it for a lot. So maybe 15 pairs of apparel for kids, boys and girls. Maybe they'll sell it to you for $10, and then they will charge you $10 shipping. So a lot of things were used. So instead of us going to a consignment and stuff like that, we started. I started doing eBay. So even for my husband, I would ask him if there's some stuff that he doesn't need anymore for the car, because we change, as the kids grow up, we don't need a sports car anymore. We upgraded to a van for me, to a minivan, and because I have three children, so there's some accessories that we don't need anymore, and then I would post it, and then it's a bidding. So most of you like eBay is still out there, and I'm sure that a lot of you are very familiar to eBay, right? So, but anyway, eBay also charges 30% of the last price, and there's also 30 cents for selling cost or selling charge. So it's not a lot, right? But you need to pay for those services that eBay was able to advertise for you. So eBay could be bidding, it could be buy now. So and some people, they go there. They have a store, and then they would start selling what they sell in their store just to advertise. That's a very small cost for advertising during that time. That is back in the late 90s, right? So we even sold like tires, rims for a sports car that we used to own. And yeah, I was big that time. I was like, I was a five-star seller, and we are very, very religious when it comes to reviews of our product, and we try to really tell our tell the, if there's any defect or whatsoever, if it's okay, people still buy them. So that was a very good e-commerce that time, right? So that is also a form of a side hustle. So but afterwards, in I think it's this is a very common thing that something will come up really nice, and some people are really going to be like cooperative, and people are going to be participating in all this stuff, and supporting you. But there's other people who are so negative that they will ruin it for you. So they're going to do some crazy stuff, like they're going to play around with the shipping. They will charge more, or they won't even deliver the stuff that you ordered, and they would say that they did. So now it became like a hustle for shipping. So people pay extra for shipping now. So now the cost could be used to be $5. Now the cost could be like $8, because you're going to pay for tracking and for insurance and stuff like that. So I think, human nature, they tend to really ruin it for other people um, when they find out that they can, right? So what else did I do? I don't do a lot of garage sales, only because it's I find it easier for me to engage with people online, right? When I found out what I can do online, I stick to it. Then, oh, I did a consignment for children's clothing. So there's this a big chain of a store for used clothing for children, and I did that for so many years. So what I did was, because we um, we are just by ourselves as parents, like me and my husband. Um, we don't have a lot of help from our families, because our families could be abroad or somewhere else. So what I did was, since I wasn't working then, and money is we don't have a lot of money to spend for our children. We have three. So what I did was, I go to stores like Gap or Gymboree, or I go to those go to Macy's, or I would go to Nordstrom, and I would go to the sale rack. So going to the sale rack means it could be 90% off of a very nice top, or jeans, or could be a jacket or sweater or things like that for children. And um, I buy a lot of those, and I don't buy anything regular, but a lot of them are still very nice. And especially during back in the late 90s, a lot of this stuff are just surpluses from the store that they just want to get rid of, because their new stocks are coming, and the new design, new display is going to change. So they just want to put it out there for people to buy, so that they can have room in their store. So after that, what I do is, like, I let my children wear it, and because I'm a stay-home mom, I can take care of those clothing. So I make sure that there's no rips, no stains, and they smell really nice. So we go to the States a lot, and I would box all of them. So I would wash them, make it nice and clean, remove the ones with the stain and stuff like that. So and then I would bring this to this chain of children's clothing and things, like also anything that is used by children, like cribs, like stroller, shoes, anything that we don't need anymore. So I would box them, and then when we go to the States, I'll bring it to them, and then I leave it, and then come back in 20 minutes or so. Then I get my cash money. So I get cash right there the same day. So I did that for so many years, and then now I have extra money and then buy again new clothes for the kids. But I really, like 99.9%, I don't buy um, regular priced clothing for my kids, but they are so nice, and they are all like well made and designers. And I did it for so many years. And then after that, you kind of grew out of it because your children grows, and I did start cooking, and that was the time I started working, and I worked for an insurance company. And when you work for a big company, they are you own the home, the I mean, not the company that you work for owns the building. So through the course of time, I was able to to show my talent, that I know how to make things. And then I made spring rolls. Okay, so when I made some spring rolls, I had so many people who liked it. And what I do is every day that I come and deliver spring rolls, which is also the early morning when I come to work, I put and name the spring rolls and put on the freezer. And for every single floors, and then I email them, each one of them, and I tell them that their spring rolls are ready to be picked up in the freezer. And then they kind of like send me the money by either they go to my desk, or they send it to me by uh, inter office, right? So uh, yeah, it's kind of like a long journey to where I am right now. So, and then I started also baking the last 3 years. 3 years ago, when I started baking custard cake. That is already here in Edmonton when we moved here, because I really needed to find something to do to make extra money. So at that time, I already know I'm hustling for money. So um, and I also build like uh, a few, like a good amount of people that always buys and orders. So I have a clientele that loves Filipino food. And then sometimes birthdays, baptism, or any occasions, they would come and tell me that they have something happening, and then they would order ahead of time. So yeah, so I did so much hustle, um, getting to this point um, with my online business. And I don't think I will ever do any more hustle, because I'm on my 50s. I'm ready to I'm halfway there. Like, I mean, I am retired right now. So my company retired me last year in February, right before the pandemic, which is it came to me like, thankfully, that I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful that I joined this online business, because had I not joined, um, I don't know what to do, because I couldn't find a job, because it's pandemic. Everybody's it's everybody's told to stay home. And how are we gonna live, right? So it comes down to hustle is something that you enjoy to do, and that you are going to benefit from it, right? But a lot of people, this is kind of very sad, because a lot of people find hustle as um, a negative thing, and they always have their mindset that you're trying to scam them, or you're trying to get them, right? um, not particularly um, about them, but you're trying to make ends meet. You're trying to find a way how you can make money for your family in a clean way, in a good way, in an honest way. That you're not violating orders, or not you're not violating any rules, or the law, mainly. So I don't know why people would always think that side hustle is a scam. So Only the only difference these days of side hustle is everybody goes online these days because there's no other way, because you can't be walking around, like it's not the old way where you can make a demo, go to any somebody's house and then have a Tupperware party or stuff like that. That's kind of change, that that landscape of customer relation is it has changed over the years. Everything now is done online, everything is digital. People have moved to the digital world a couple of years ago, and people are still thinking that that's not an honest way to live. Honestly, it's wrong. It is not reasonable, and it's kind of like very rude to say that, you have to wake up from this change that we have now is it is going to be a normal way of living. This is going to be something that we have to to live by, because um the world is not like, it's not the same as 10 years ago. So for example, yesterday I have a very short ad that went on Facebook, and I have my picture from my cover, and it says start your own online business. Me and my husband were there, and I have a laptop with me, and there's a writing in the middle, and then someone said that, you guys should go to jail. So and he goes like, I wonder why you guys are still doing fooling people openly and scamming people. So you know what, enough is enough. I used to just delete them, but at this point I feel like I need to answer them now. And what I said was, if you are accusing us of doing something that you think we are doing, um, I don't think it's right to say that, because um, we are legitimate, and we are doing this honestly. And Facebook knows about this. YouTube knows about this, and we're not the only one. So, but for the life of me, a lot of people would come out and say, straightforward to you, and that's all they're gonna say though, that you're a scam, you're a scam, you're a scam, you're a scam. Actually, you know what? Yeah, people has to stop doing that. People has to open up their mind, because apparently we live in a different world now, and you have to wake up and you have to look around you. Look at what other people are doing. Um, people are not doing what they used to be doing. Even they're working, their work was discontinued, and a lot of people are working from home now, and seeing an ad somewhere does not make you a scam. And a lot of people think that when they see an ad is a scam. You know, one thing I would like to tell you is what I'm doing is attraction marketing. So basically, attraction marketing is telling people what else they can do. I'm giving them inspiration, because you need ideas what to do working from home. Um, Other people think that you need to be employed still to be working from home, to be employed by someone and give you a computer, give you all this technology so that you can follow up with your clients and stuff like that. There's another way to make legitimate money these days, and not everything that you're going to see online is a scam. And people has to stop saying that, and they need to open up their mind, because 10 years from now you will see that um, everything will be flipped, everything will be changed, everything will not be acceptable to some people. But you need to stride to this new economy, this new landscape of where we are and how we do, um, how we make money these days, and open up your mind. So when I watch the webinar the first time, where I always say, come watch the webinar, I invite people. It's free to watch. That's where I open up my mind. The first time I saw this webinar, and I saw there's a whole lot of people. There's so much people around the world who are willing to listen to what we have to offer. I opened up my mind quickly and I said, "Oh my God, I did not know about this." And I thought it's going to be like a web learning, like, a teacher there, trying to teach you something, try to write down something. It was not that at all. It's kind of like more of like this, and inspiring you, telling you that, there's a new world out there. There's a new way of making money. There's a new way of living, and it's honest. There's no violation. It's legitimate, and it's acceptable. It is fun to do, and the best thing is you can take back the time that you used to give to your employer, and you work 24 hours a day and still give the money to someone, right? How does it make you feel? you know for example, I was one time at the pharmacy, and um, I was checking out my prescription, and someone was really getting angry at Walmart and say that, "Oh my gosh, I'm working so hard. I work so hard. I get my deduction every single 2 weeks, and yet I still need to pay for my prescription." So what he meant was, he's already paying his premium from his work. They take out the deduction, and when he goes to the pharmacy, he still pays for a copay or something or whatever, and still pays for part of the the prescription. So what he's saying is that, if I'm paying $50 every 2 weeks, that's kind of like $100. And if I'm only getting paid $15 an hour, it's kind of like, with all these taxes and everything, it's kind of like I have given you one day of my pay, and still pay extra when I get there to pick up my prescription. So, a lot of people are waking up to these things, that there's not enough money to go around in their family, and that's why they're trying to find another way to make money and to make a living. So, I just really think that, people should be not quick to judge other people on how are they doing things these days. Placing an ad does not mean it's illegal or it's a violation. It's just simply an ad, And if you don't want to listen to the ad, or if you don't want to participate in this online business, well, by all means, just move on, right? So, it's a little um, um, frustrating how people react to a lot of things these days. But anyway, on the flip side, some people, I'm going to talk about the negativity now, that other people are also try to ruin it for other people. So let's say, you have a nice thing going on, and then someone will come along, and they will just kind of like put a little touch of their own personal agenda, and then kind of ruin it for others, and it's just not fair. So, but there's always a risk. Okay, at the end of this, there's a risk that we partake into everything. So, however, if you don't play that risk, you would never know, right? So just be vigilant, and just be kind also. Um, and in the process, you will understand how the world works these days. Okay, so anyway, I won't take too much more of your time. I just wanted to, state a lot of stuff, that, how did we end up being in here, and what are the side hustles that we can do? What are the things that that is out there, that maybe you haven't checked out. So if you haven't done so, please check us out. And I have other videos in YouTube and on my page. Please follow and subscribe and like. I always need to grow and get some more audience and stuff like that. So if I have given you some values today, or the next videos I have, or the past videos, please subscribe, and don't be shy. Just message me if you want to reach out, and I'd be very glad to respond back. Okay, so have a great day, guys. Happy Wednesday, and tomorrow we have a live webinar. Just follow on my pages and on my website, and or my YouTube channel, and you will find the link to my webinar, and it starts at 5 o'clock p.m. PST, or 8 o'clock EST. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of real life experiences that you will hear first time here in this webinar. Okay, so have a great day, guys, and I hope to see you very soon in the inside. And I'm excited, excited, excited to mentor new people. And also, I will be your coach moving forward if you want to join the business. And yeah, so expect life dramas, only better. Okay, so have a great day, guys, and see you guys around. Thanks for watching.